afternoon, good evening, depends on where you're watching from. It's your favorite agronomist, David Tango Dikojo. I'm here this morning to fulfill my promise and educate you on insect control and pest management on the crop, on our field crops. We have different kind of insecticide. Depends on when you are applying, what you are targeting to kill, and when you are applying and when you are about to harvest. So first on my list here is contact insecticide. We have contact insecticide, we have systemic insecticide, we have contact and systemic, so that is a combination of the two. And we also have biocide, which is not a chemical based insecticide, but is used to control insects on the field. The first here today is Larafos. Larafos contains lambda-cyhalothrin 2.5%. It's a contact insecticide to control various kind of insects, be it caterpillar, grasshopper, leafhopper, aphid, thrips, and whitefly, and so many other insects on the field. Larafos is contact, and it has about 5 days residual effect. That is pre-harvest interval of 5 days. That is, once you apply this insecticide, it works for about 3 to 5 days on the crops. That is, before you consume the crops, you have to wait for about 3 days before you can consume the crop. That is contact insecticide. And we also have Cyperphos. Cyperphos contains cypermethrin 10%, and it's also a contact insecticide. It's used to control all kind of insects on our field, be it in beans, cowpea, soya beans, maize, cocoa, cotton, and so on and so forth. And it's 40 ml per 15 liter sprayer. The same thing for lambda-cyhalothrin, that is Larafos. 40 ml per 15 liter sprayer for crops like cowpea, beans, soya beans, and the rest. But for tomato and other vegetables, we use 20 to 25 ml per 15 liter sprayer to avoid hurting your crops. Then we also have systemic insecticide. Number one on my list is imidacloprid, that is Imifos. Imifos contains imidacloprid and is very, very effective in controlling insects. The advantage of systemic over contact is, once you use your systemic work in the crop for about 7 to 14 days, depends on the pre-harvest interval, depends on the formulation on the pre-harvest interval. That is, once you apply systemic insecticide, you have to wait for about 7 to 14 days before you consume the crop. If not, the active ingredient is working inside the plant. That is why it's best used when the crop is at early production stage, or at early stage when it is being attacked by insects. That is, it can serve as preventive on the plant. That is, once you apply, and the crop is about, let's say 2 to 3 weeks before you harvest, then it's safe for it, serve as preventive to insects. It works for about 14 days in the crop, and this is 250 ml for 10 sprayer load. Depends on the infestation, the level of infestation. You can use between 20 to 25 ml per 15 liter sprayer. And we also have another systemic, which is Acetaphos, which contains acetamiprid. It control various wide range of insects that are sucking and chewing insects on the farm. This is 20 gram sprayer for 1 naphtha sprayer. You can use it between 10 gram to 20 gram, depends on the level of infestation on the crop. And it's also systemic. It has 15 days pre-harvest interval. Once you apply this on your crop, you are not supposed to consume that crop until after 15 days. That is, it can serve as preventive and control for insects on our various crops on the field. And the other one I have here is Larafos Gold. Larafos Gold is a contact and systemic insecticide. It's a combination of imidacloprid and lambda cyhalothrin. That is, these serve dual purpose. Is contact, that is when you are spraying chemical at times, like insects like aphid, whiteflies, they might not be on the field the particular time you are spraying, because they are traveling insects, or when the sun is high they go to hide. So but when you are spraying, the time they are not available, the contact will not be effective. But when they come back to feed on the crop, the systemic will act on them. And for the insects that are available on the field, the time you are spraying, once they come in contact with this insecticide, the lambda cyhalothrin will kill it instantly because it's contact. Then the ones that are going to come back later will be killed by the imidacloprid content in it. And so many other crop farmers are having issue of termites, worms in the soil, soil-borne diseases and the rest of it, that are containing a known quantity, and divide it into two for those other crops. For tomato, use this for 15-liter knapsack sprayer. Then we also have a V-Power. V-Power contains Bacillus thuringiensis. It's not a chemical-based insecticide. This is biocide. You use it to control insects, control worms, aphids, control tuta absoluta on tomato farm. And just for instance, you want to take your crops to the market, maybe the following day, you might go to harvest the same day. After using this one, there is no problem. This is not a chemical, and it doesn't have effect on human being. It's biocide, very, very effective. Then after all, we have an adjuvant, cover force. This time is raining heavily, unpredictable rain and maybe breeze. To prevent wastage of these chemicals after buying them for the amount is being given, you add this to each of your dose in your 15-liter knapsack sprayer to spray. It's an adjuvant. It helps the chemical to stay firmly on the leaves, especially for the systemic chemicals, to work effectively in controlling be it insecticide, herbicide, land preparation herbicide. You can use this on them, and even fungicide for effect. This is Hilfos. Hilfos contains bifenthrin. It's used to control termites. It's used to control caterpillar, that is armyworm, and spider mite on our crop. It's a contact, very, very effective. For those who are complaining of caterpillar cutting down their maize, their cowpea and the rest, is best recommended for you. You use this one for 40 ml to 50 ml per 15-liter sprayer. That is at high dose. And on our crops, if you use it directly on our crops, it has 14 days pre-harvest interval too. It's contact, but very, very effective on our crop. Then we also have, for tomato farmers, we have this tomato Ebola, popularly known as tuta absoluta. We have Tutafos. This Tutafos 20 gram. It contains thiocycline hydrogen oxalate. Very, very effective on tuta absoluta. If you check the picture very well, you see the damages, the picture of tomato having effect of tuta absoluta. You can use it to control aphids, whiteflies, and leaf miners on various crops. You can use it on cucumber, on watermelon, on pepper, on garden egg. So, but on tomato is 20 gram per 15-liter sprayer, and on cucumber, watermelon, garden egg, and pepper, onion, you can use 10 gram. That is, you divide this into two. You can